Hey everyone, welcome back to another battle report. This time it's the Americans versus Soviets, playing 1500 points of Konflikt 47, the armored platoon scenario out of the Resurgence book. That's mainly because we're playing two armored platoons. The other in this case, it's the 5 objectives from the mission, and then what was supposed to happen is you're supposed to get points at the end of each turn. I forgot and or misread it, and we only captured the objectives at game's end. The Americans, they have a good mix here of, actually a pretty high mix of armored, the mechs, and then some infantry sprinkled out in their transports. And then on to me, mine's more infantry heavy. I need to get around to, I have some extra vehicles and stuff I need to get painted up. But yeah, mine has the much higher infantry based and the required transports. So onto the pregame setup. So yeah, some rocks and treated these as a force or light woods, light cover. Just treated these as impassable in the sense of going through it. Or the pillars here, if you could fit through, you could fit through. Yeah, and just everything else was light woods, light woods. You see 2 or the 4 objectives, and then there's one hidden right there. On to turn 1. So yeah, on my left flank, we just start swinging these guys in. We saw the objective here. The idea being is kind of get them in the cover and dart the transport up to cover here, and then I can get my guys out and protect it. And then the second wave being additional infantry come in, so I would be able to hold this this terrain piece or this objective, and then heavy infantry come up here and hold the center objective. And to that note, you see we start bringing forces in. My artillery, I brought it out a little too early, and it starts, they're taking shots. You see is a Tesla Sherman, and this is the support walker, one of his custom creations, I believe. He modified it a good bit. And then as we continue on, more stuff comes in. The walker here is playing the part of a truck until we get something put together. But yeah, another one of his creations here for the mud skipper, looking pretty cool. Yep, and a close up of that because they were just neat. Neat one to get a better shot of them. And then the Sherman. So yeah, he's already in the armored platoon mission. Pretty much everything but an empty transport can claim objectives. So yeah, as more units come in, so bring my the idea being is hopefully my T-34 can come up here and either contest and or take these units out and come up and capture this objective. We need to figure out something because I lose my Zis here. The walker here is playing the part of a Cossack light walker for me. One thing I did notice, at least in this time, I have it can just default with the autocannon. I probably going forward, if I am going to take it, I'll have the light AT gun. The 2 shots at +2 really didn't do too much. Yep. And then on the left flank, you see that he had the 1 pawn skater, and then now he's got the other one over here. So he's pretty much doing the same with his put his towed artillery piece to drop it on the objective to capture your home base one, and then send everything else forward. Yep. So heavy infantry rolling up his left, my right flank, bringing in his flyers here, kind of the same idea. You'll be able to jump in and just capture that objective there. On a turn 2. So yeah, it's using the little fly or jumper thing. He hops up here because it looks cool. An ensuing gun battle. Yeah, so my light walker, his medium walker, are both we both get immobilized, and then I believe it was immobilized by the Mastodon here hitting it. Yeah, he starts popping his guys out to try to overwhelm my right flank. So at this point, yeah, he's got I believe it's armed with a light AT gun, the Sherman, and then the bazooka team. So I start with the loss of the Zis. I got to bring, you see me run my transport down. I'm bringing in the infantry here. You see me, like I alluded to earlier, move my heavy infantry up. So yeah, so they shot from here to here. Seeing that, he's bringing his stuff to counter. And, yep. So he drops his ATO to take care of mine, and then makes a mad dash for the objective here, but he starts getting hit. Luckily, he doesn't. Luckily for him, unlucky for me, he doesn't die, but he does take some hits. Seeing the opportunity and not wanting this light walker to be able to overwhelm my left flank, I pop these guys out and blow him all to bits. So yeah, I get first. First blood for me. He took out my Ziz, so I'm now just even. So counter that, counter my guys. He brings mine out, and yeah, pops me for 2. Brings us to turn 3. So yeah, the yeah, his truck here, or his half track, is just getting lit up as everybody keeps hitting them. So I mobilize it, put a bunch of pins on it, and obviously it carries over. Primarily, I do it to carry it over to the heavy infantry and transport. Then I lose the. So I attempt to fire at his light walker here. Ricky's into the woods, so I ends up missing. And then, yep, try to line up, take these guys out, put some damage on them, and kind of get a board state. So yeah, that's at this point he's got like 3 pins. It's all messed up. He's not going anywhere. So so after doing the initial damage here, I've been firing at his support walker, and yeah, just nothing. just keep missing. Yeah, and we're trading bodies over here. Brings us on to 4. So, yep, I got my objective here because it's within 6. So I'm in the woods. I'm still able to reach out. He opens up, fires his support walker into my heavy infantry here, and poof, the heavy howitzer. I believe it's a heavy rocket in the case of the support walker. But yeah, it just obliterates that squad. So, yeah, I'm back to having nothing. Yeah. So, and then when it rains and pours, so I believe the bazooka ends up hitting, or either Sherman or bazooka ends up hitting my my tank here, immobilizing it. So my idea of either moving up and blocking, at least now claiming this objective, or sweeping up and contesting his is gone. But hopefully I'll be able to rally, get some of those pins, and at least provide fire support. And yeah, I believe we're hit. Oh yeah, to clear out the last 3 guys, we end up in a firefight and just lose another 3. Yeah, that stung a little. So yeah, he's pretty much can't do anything now. Yep. So you see the left flank here. Yeah. So he ran his. Not that we're this mission has kill points, but he went ahead and got his transport out of the way. I'm at least able to hide and cover and hold this. And now that the soft target here's gone, I just start throwing shots over here. Really don't do anything. Yep, onto the right. Yeah, so I'm doing some reevaluation. I'm not really seeing a lot of opportunity for me now, especially with all these 3 functionally against an immobilized and weakened T-34. So yeah, now I got to figure out how to get this objective and clear him out of here. Yeah, and but luckily, I'm able to get some revenge, and the Mastodon fires off a shot and just finally hits, and yeah, just yeah, knocks this guy out. So that was a big help. A turn late with the heavy infantry being gone, but it's still something. Yeah, just kind of a close up of the. They finally, the infantry get out. Brings us to 5. So yeah, we're moving along. One thing, yeah, we did up the points in this one, and being a mechanized battle, we are moving a good bit quicker, which is nice. Brings us on to 6. So yeah, at this point, my really only hope is I jump is going for 7. So I hope my lone heavy infantry jumps into the transport, and I run it over here, so at least I can claim this objective. And I start moving them up to start firing. I forget what exactly I fire into. Probably them to try to pin them out and miss with the big cannon. But now my next turn, really I'm going for turn 7, because then he is slow. But he is about a foot, you don't see it here, but yeah, he's right at a foot or so away. So I'm able to, hopefully if we get turn 7, I can charge into here and beat them in combat and push them back. And that's really my only goal here. And then he'll hop out and hide. But yeah, I don't get the opportunity. So his little pond skater hits with the light AT gun, blows a giant hole in the truck, and promptly kills the heavy infantry in there. So my one shot's gone. And then yeah, and then to go ahead and finish him off. Yeah, T-34 can't provide support when it's dead. So at this point, yeah, so I'm not feeling too great about this flank, considering I have an empty transport versus a lot of AT assets. Brings us to the end of the game. If you didn't guess already, the Americans won. They got 3 points to my 1, so they were able to hold both of their objectives and the one in the middle. I only had the one in my my left. I was able to kill 3 units. His support walker, one of the pond skaters, and then the Firefly. He ended up picking up 5 of mine. The heavy infantry won with that just obliterating shot that wiped out a whole squad in one go. But yeah, so overall it was a cool game. It was nice to be able to weigh up the points and be able to get all the units and custom stuff out. He did a lot of work on some of his mechs, and it was really cool to see them all out there on the table. Plan is we'll probably do a couple more of these because we found out how quick how quick it plays, and we'll start probably incorporating more armored platoons into our games, our normal games. And like I said, we just finished up the campaign, and it was nice just to do a shift, going from some of the specialized missions and special free units and this, that, and the other. So just kind of just a hard shift and do something entirely different. But overall, it was a really cool game. Really fun to get all this stuff out, and thanks for watching. Bye.